Hello, everybody. Welcome to our second connect. We'll today we'll explore the 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 remaining aspects of elk and and here I'll just allow me to just present my screen. So Elasticstack, the comprehensive guide. So this course will be to help folks understand how the Elasticsearch integrates the entire of, uh, ecosystem of logging and is also able to provide and how does it cooperate uh, with all the technologies um, to provide strategies for cyber defense and so the thing to keep in mind is that logs uh, are post analysis of events. So basically, when events are for example, even when you uh, there are generated logs such as your browser history, logs such as um, the DNS queries, logs, um, and let's suppose if you're using a laptop, it generates more and more as the uh, mm, all the all the Wi-Fi's you might have connected to in the past, and it also uh, log what are the like suppose if any certificates that are installed while browsing the HTTPS sites. So it will generate a lot of there are a lot of activities that are getting logged within the uh, within the within the operating system and is logged. So now a question might arrive from uh, like does it not um, does it not
Ayush, sorry to
uh,
interrupt. Your voice is breaking.
okay, is it better now?
It's better.
Yeah, keep talking, please.
Yeah.
Keep talking. That's an interesting choice of words. Anyways, so yeah. Um, so the question might arrive that is that it is possible doesn't the disk is doesn't the disk gets over? Oh yes, it happens. Logs do take a significant portion of storage. Now, the strategy used to make sure that the logging does not take a significant portion of the disk is called log rotation, and it is for every this mechanism is deployed on uh, every so this system is deployed on every technology that logs, such as the browser or the Wi-Fi network, and so that's what we are going to explore in this course as well. Elastic Enterprise. Now, Elastic Enterprise is uh, so like any
Ayush,
so
your voice is getting like
so every is every app still saying is speaking. I don't know. Allow me to just sit. Uh, I'll again share my screen. Hope this time should be better. So as we were exploring so now as these days every uh, tier of subscription, right? Similarly, Elasticsearch, the vanilla version is open source. It's community driven. It has now. Then we have uh, other bells and whistles uh, that are incorporated into Elasticsearch Enterprise, and the uh, it ranges from uh, very simple search and analytics tool to very comprehensive and AI ML driven uh, log logging and analysis uh, functional functions. The Elasticsearch Enterprise has a very unique feature to automatically adapt to workloads. It can, if the Elasticsearch is built on Docker, which is itself a scalable platform, then it is possible to have the ELK stack trigger and build deploy more nodes as required as per the workload. Security. So the as the ELK or the ELK stack will be the core for any organization, uh, for core for organizations logging needs itself. So it will be holding all the uh, telemetry from across the devices within an organization. So when do I mean by, so what do I mean by all the devices? So let's suppose if there are 5,000 employees in an organization and each have been provided with a laptop. So now the telemetry from all of these devices will be stored in the elk stack itself, and the security for the elk stack itself uh, should be robust enough so that it can handle the um, handle various network level threats. So what do I mean by network level threats? That the Elasticsearch Enterprise uh, helps us to uh, avoid. What threats does it help us to avoid? So the threats that it helps us to avoid are like man in the middle attack with modes like FIPS 140, where the so the FIPS 140 is a standard of encryption that suggests what cipher suits must be used in order to make sure that uh, any data, if it is any data, if it is intercepted, should not be decrypted, and the data, uh, uh, the data should not leak. So yeah, then we have machine learning. Machine learning capabilities. So the Logstash, uh, the ELK stack itself has significant suite of machine learning and AI algorithms that can help detect patterns in the logs as well as the format of the logs. So let's suppose if there is a uh, that log from various applications that are uh, originating, and we want to we want to assimilate those logs and create some tactical and strategic information out of it. So the machine learning capabilities of the Elasticsearch will will be very instrumental for us to understand and scale with the growing amount of logs and the types of logs. The open source or the community offering of um, Elasticsearch uh, lacks various features. Uh, these the features, the ELK features, the enterprise features are always labeled as XPAC features. And so whenever let's suppose if we are exploring uh, E- an ELK feature and it has a label XPAC, so that means that it's an enterprise feature. And so that's that's one of the key indicators for which helps organizations to uh, go with what suite of features do they want to use. The ELK open source or the community driven tier has does not has any SLAs on any bugs that might uh, be found, and where it is supposed that we might not uh, get support from the organization, from the elk enterprise itself, uh, where we have in enterprise, we have exposure to the Jira tickets. We can create Jira tickets directly with the uh, elk enterprise, and we can expect an SLAs on that. So there can be a service level agreement that can be built where the organizations can leverage it. The open source features are limited in terms of visualizations, limited in terms of the the types of searches that can be made, the analytics that can be performed, and also the community support. Uh, the only support uh, the open source uh, tier has is community support. Other than that, there is no support. The major driving factor for driving factor between the open source and the enterprise versions of the elk um, is cost constraints. So let's suppose if an organization has a certain budget, and that budget needs to include a lot of things. The budget needs to include um, the salaries of the employees, the cost of running the servers, including and and then finally license as well, license of using enterprise version of elk. Now, in that way, the budget is a huge driving factor that can help us understand, that can help us uh, decide between the enterprise as well as the open source versions of elk. I would request everybody to mute themselves. Yeah. Now, the uh, all the all the components in the elk stack, be it the Elasticsearch, be it Logstash, be it Kibana, all expose the all expose their REST APIs, either for management as well as interactions. Then we have scalability. So the scalability, there are, as discussed, the Elasticsearch Enterprise also have auto scaling features, whereas the Elasticsearch community, the scalability needs to be managed uh, by the adopting product, by the adopting team. Flexibility is mostly driven by Elasticsearch, where the uh, where we don't need to we don't need to uh, the Elasticsearch is a document database. And as like any relational, non-relational uh, database, it does not rely on any schema. Um, this flexibility is with both the community as well as the enterprise versions of Falc. The distributed architecture. Now, the distribution, the storage of Elasticsearch is it can be um, distributed on node level, where we can have different deployments. We can have many deployments of and uh, we can have various deployments on the same host. We can have multiple hosts uh, uh, with multiple nodes. Can everybody mute themselves, please? There can be multiple hosts which can be coordinated in a cluster, and each host can have multiple nodes. Now we have shards. So shards are a logical partitions that are made uh, for storage, that are created for storage, uh, that uh, that helps for fast swapping of uh, frequently used data, as well as uh, phase out the data that is in the data that is used least frequently to the disk. We have replicas. So mostly the replicas are for uh, um, if one of the nodes crashes, and we want to in Elasticsearch itself, it is possible that due to heavy workload, the nodes might crash. And in order to recover from these crashes, we have replicas in order to um, and even let's suppose we are operating in a high performance distributed uh, architecture. We the reads and writes within the service or within the nodes can have various race conditions that could lead to corruptions in data. And that's where we have replicas to make sure that we do not miss out on the uh, the intelligence that we want to have, and lose it to corruption, data corruption. So Kibana is The Kibana being a very powerful visualization tool. Please mute yourself. So Kibana being a very now the the enterprise version of Kibana helps us manage the entire stack from the GUI itself. It has dev console, it has stack monitoring, it has machine learning integration and plugin management that helps us uh, enable and disable any feature that is required in
Hello,
a
sir.
very. Yes, hello.
Sir, I think there was some issue with your mic. Can you explain once again what's Kibana?
Sure. So yeah. So I would like to re-emphasize one thing as it's said usually that a picture is worth 1,000 words. Similarly, Kibana helps us paint that picture, and it helps us to build charts, maps, graphs that are required to emphasize a trend. So this trend can be a lot of this trend can mean a lot of things. So let's suppose if we are doing if we are mapping security threats of say a web platform, a web application or website. So in that case, we would want to log all the logs that all the requests that a web browser is receiving, at what frequency it is receiving, and what and at what frequency the elk note is so the web application is receiving, and hence it will help us to um, understand what is or so let's suppose if the web application is for a say for a um, e-commerce platform. So in that case, it is possible to understand which which pages are giving 500 error more frequently than the others, and in that way we can ensure the availability. And this trend, this comparison, this comparative study between the pages within a web application. So a web application can have multiple pages, and Kibana helps us to visualize the response codes in each of these pages, where we can have uh, yeah. So it helps us to visualize what pages are giving certain error codes more frequently. Hope it is clear with everybody. Any questions?
No, sir.
Okay,
No, sir.
great to hear. So now Kibana management tools. So now, right now, let's suppose if we imagine we remove Kibana from the Elk stack. So we'll just have Elasticsearch and Logstash, right? How do we operate them? How do we control them? How do we change their configuration? So as of now, without Kibana, you will have only as we have access for each we have REST APIs for each of the nodes, right? Each of the nodes. So uh, so we'll have to interact with the web. We'll have to interact with the REST APIs in order to uh, interact with them. But once we have Kibana, the Kibana will help us, will provide us an GUI to visualize what is the traffic, what is the level of traffic on each of the components of the Elk stack itself. And in a GUI manner. So in that, so we have various components to the management suite. We have dev console, we have stack monitoring, we have machine learning integration. So the dev console helps us to monitor each node. Stack monitoring helps us to identify the health of the nodes, and machine learning integration tab helps us to toggle between the plugins, as well as toggle between the toggle between the features, or swap the machine learning algorithms that we want to work with. Beats. So beats are um, lightweight data shippers. So let's suppose I want to I want a service that takes logs from A server and ships it to B server, or takes log from a server and to the Elk stack. So this movement of data or the logs are done through beats service. And there are various forms of beats: uh, file beat, metric beat, packet beat, heartbeats. So heartbeats uh, uh, are small services, very lightweight services that take just MBs of RAM, and provides provides uptime, provides the metrics for uptime. So now I would like to switch to we would like to switch to some demonstration by Govind. Govind, are we ready for the demonstration?
Yeah. Yeah, sure, sure. I'll
Sure. So
share my
we'll
screen.
just, yeah, we'll switch and we'll share the screen. Govind, over to you. So as Govind is showing right now, we have a web service that is running, and this web service is a XAMPP service. It's a XAMPP server right now, and we are going to monitor this web service with our Elk stack. This is an Elk stack that Govind has deployed locally. Govind, please switch to the Kibana dashboard. So this is a very small example. I'll also take control here, Govind. So we have this. This is the dashboard for Kibana, and let's start afresh.
Aish, please take control.
I have requested for it. Okay, I'll request again.
Okay. Yeah. Now might be you have control.
Sure. So now, so right now on this local machine, on this laptop of Govind, we have an Elk stack running, as well as we have XAMPP server, which is a web server that is running. Uh, they both are running on the same machine as of now. Is it clear with everybody? Any doubts on this? It's clear.
No, sir.
Okay, so let's write a very simple hello world program in PHP. Right now we are using XAMPP stack. So the language for the language used in XAMPP stack is PHP. So you can you can monitor any web application written in any language. It does not needs to have to be in PHP itself. It can be in any language. And so let's just create a small application. So now, so we are in the root directory of the web server, this folder right here. So the path of this folder is, when you install XAMPP, it will be C XAMPP htdocs. So now this is the document root of a web service. What is a document root of a web service? So let's suppose whenever we browse to any web application, any website, not just XAMPP, but any website. For example, apachefriends.org. So whatever is after the slash, after the first slash, is the path to an file or path to a resource that is on that web service. So right now, okay. So right now, we can in our web application, we have seen that the path is localhost dashboard PHP info, right? So now let's suppose right now what we have done is we have deleted everything that was there previously in the document root, right? Any doubts in this? For deletion, we have just selected everything and we have selected delete. And that's how we have deleted everything in the document root of XAMPP. So right now, once we have deleted everything, we should get, if we refresh this page, we should get 400, not found. Sorry, 404. Similarly, Now, whenever a web browser whenever a web browser is looking for that does not has anything in the document root, it defaults to uh, traverse uh, exhibiting its directory structure and the contents, right? So now uh, what we'll do is we'll create
I think you have taken control. Okay.
yeah. So here we'll so right now uh, we will create a file called as index.html, or let's try index.php. Now we have created this file. Let's now whenever we are logging, the timestamps are very important. The timestamps are very important for any logging uh, initiative. So right now, the file that we had created was on 747. Make a note of this time, right? Now, let's suppose if we hit refresh, we see a blank page. We're seeing a blank page. Why are we seeing a blank page? So index.php or index.html, index is a, so like any other, for an analogy, we can take that we have in any book, we have page, uh, we have contents, table of contents. So the page which is which contains the table of contents is called index. Similarly, in a web application, the first page that is explored is index.php or index. Whatever the choice of programming language the server chooses. So in PHP, we write we in order to print hello world, we use echo directive. Right now, okay, now the again, whenever we are making any changes, we have to keep noting the timestamps. 749, right? Now let's see. Let's hit refresh. Now, did you see you are able to see hello world, right? Okay. Now, the whenever we were interacting with this web application, the whatever whatever interactions we made, so all of which are being recorded on the server side. The server side being this very machine itself, because right now the entire web application is hosted locally on Govind's machine, right? So we can see we'll have logs. We'll have logs of that are getting created. Now, where are the logs for the service or the web service being located? So this is located on this path. You have something called as, so this is the path, and you have access logs, right? Now, this access log is a text file only. It is human readable. It has entries. If you want, you can just see the entries. It only has now. It is possible that you can do analysis on this text file itself, but we are going to leverage Kibana. We are going to leverage elk stack. So what we do is we'll just we will
Wait a second. Just give me a permissions.
can you please move the function tab to the bottom, Govind? Just drag the function tab to the bottom. Yeah, just keep it there. I can work with it. Okay. So let's go back to our. So this is how our Elastic once we deploy our Elastic stack, this should be our welcoming page. This is our index page basically, because right now we are also in a web application, right? So now we have an upload file, right? We have an upload file. All we need to do is click on upload file. This tab will open. We'll have our logs folder. We have our logs folder. This is the access log. We'll drag the access logs. When we see the select or drag, as we can everybody see that the box is highlighted as blue. When I drag the file into the parameter, it gets highlighted as blue. Any doubts in this? Right? So you have to drag the file, whatever file that you want to monitor. So the access logs we want to monitor, we'll drag into this parameter until it highlights as blue, and then we'll release our mouse. Right? So now you can see the ML magic of Elasticsearch, Logstash, and Kibana. It has analyzed the entire file, and now what we want to do is click on import. We'll click on import. We'll choose an index. Right? Make sure that the name that you choose does not have spaces. You can choose any name. Click on import. Right? You have to just scroll down a bit. What you want to do is click on view index in discovery. So this is the index that you have created, right? So it is giving us some information about it. Like there are 63 documents that were ingested, right? let's view this index. Right now, this is right now a plain view, right? Where uh, the it is now none of which is being parsed right now. Everything is being seen as a flat, right? So what we'll do is we'll so what are we interested in? So we are interested in so whatever. So on the right hand side, or sorry, on the left hand side, we can see this pane of. So if we click once on this pane, it will help us to understand what it will give us some sample data to understand what this field usually means. Okay. So the HTTP request method. There are various methods in HTTP: get, post, put. So this will be in the http.request.method. Then we'll have let's click on http request.refer. So we can see where from what is the from which page is the which page the other pages are linked to. Right. Then we have uh, source address. We have URL original. So basically these are various fields that were extracted from the document itself. So let's suppose if we want to uh, and if we click on this plus symbol, let's click on this plus symbol. So now we can see the the raw data has disappeared, and only the data that had been parsed is with us right now. So which is a much more convenient way to visualize the information, right? Now we were interested in status codes, right? Let's click on status codes for a while. So here we can see there are various status codes like 200, 404, right? So now let's get rid of this notification for a while. So here we can see, let's even remove the okay, let's remove the referrer. So here when we hover, we can remove fields as well. So only will the field that we want is response right now, as well as let's have another URL original. Okay, right. So now we can see that so if we remember our timestamps, right? We had noted some timestamps, right? So now if we see uh, the time that we had removed the files, that PHP info. And then we had, so now you will see the time that we had removed and the time right now what it is showing. There will be a difference because the server operations were not monitored by that access log. We are only able to observe the time that we hit the uh, that we hit from the web browser. That the time that we had made a hit from the web browser. So we made a hit from the web browser on 7:46, and then the application was not able to find this file and hence resulted into 404. Uh, so as this is a GUI application, we can play with the UI. And so this was a very basic example of elk stack. Any doubts in this? Any doubts till now?
No.
Okay. So Govind and Akash will help you to replicate the same setup as a demo. And again, all you need to do is uh, hit certain pages, right? And okay, so now let me give you a bonus thought. When we hit, so we are not able to see the file that we had created, index.php. Why so? Any guesses? Or I should like I'd switch to the logs here itself. Can anybody spot the index.php that we just created? And if not, then why aren't we able to see it? Right now, we are hitting now. If you check the URL, there is nowhere in the URL index.php is mentioned, right? So similarly, let's hit a URL with index.php and note the time. So our time is 8:04, right? Let's hit. Okay, now we have hit. We have seen hello world. Now let's uh, take a fresh log. Right? We'll drag it, get to the parameter, drop it, click on import, name it anything. Okay, it says index already exists. Let's say 2. You can see it parsed. Now view index in discovery, right? We wanted status codes. Let's have status codes. Click on status codes, right? Then we want URL original, right? So 10:08:04, here is our hit index.php. Any doubts in this? Your hand is up, Harpi, Harsha, you want to ask something, or why is your hand up? Okay, if you have any questions, you can post it with Akash and uh, Govind. Uh, they will reach out to me. Uh, let's rest the class here itself. Thank you for joining.
Thank you, sir.
You.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Ayush. Um,
Thank you, sir.
yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So, guys, have any questions? Just
Thank you.
write in text box.
Sir, after classes, can you share your recording video, sir?
Hi, everyone. How many of you have done your ELK stack installation?
I have just done, but I'm facing a lot of problems while installing Kibana, configuring Kibana, because the
Okay.
generation key is not uh, worked. Even when we initiated the Elasticsearch, configured Elasticsearch, the generation key is not showing.
Okay,
And
the generation key, it will be in Elasticsearch. Whenever you run the Elasticsearch, right, first time, or whenever you run the first time, that time it will give a Elastic token, initialization token.
so how come we can again to check the same thing? Because whenever rerun this same process, so the command window is going off.
Okay, do one thing. You can remove all files, like you delete all files, remove 10 files. So it will be clear all things, and you can start by from beginning. So it will be
Okay.
better that uh, there. If you start from beginning, it will be give you a token that can use in Kibana.
But I have checked that this your node is healthy, but the message is already written this that your node is healthy. So I
Okay,
think it's configured.
just 1 minute.
কত দাম ওটা?
Yeah. Just uninstall the all 3 files, then you can try to install. Surely it will be
Okay.
uh, resolve
Okay.
your queries.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Oh. So for next session, you guys need to install XAMPP server. Just download from the browser, from the official site. Uh, so in next class, you'll be you can do by side by side or by with instructor Ayush. So it will be easier for you also to match their speed also. Okay. I have shared the link for the Google form. Just fill it for the attendance. And if you guys have any questions, queries, you can post in Telegram channel. We have shared that Telegram channel link in your mails. Um, and even you guys can click on your attendance page. We will be going to create one WhatsApp group. So whatever upcoming updates, it's going to be will be in the WhatsApp. So you should fill this form so um, you'll not miss the next class. If you guys have any questions, please let me know. Any regarding if you have any questions, like okay, you how to download the Elastic? Okay, so you have to go. I'll share my screen. So already I have shared the one video in YouTube. Still, I'll show you. Um, Download Elasticsearch for Windows, or um, you can just search ELK stack download. It will give a all products list which you want to download, like Elasticsearch, Kibana, and if you want to download like Logstash, you will be get here. Just go to download Elasticsearch. You will be able to get whatever. Like, if you want to download for the Windows, Windows Mac, or Linux, there are lots of versions here you can download. Same thing for the Kibana also. Just go here, Kibana, and you will be able to download it for the Windows and Mac, Linux. That's it. Same as we did like Elastic, and even same for the Logstash also. Windows, Mac OS, whatever your preference, just download it. Yeah, that's it. Um, from apart from this, any questions you guys have, we can ask. This purpose for the like we'll be learning about the Elastic search. Sorry, Elastic. Basically, it's a same tools which you widely use in organization for the managing their events logs or anything. So that's why we are taking this Elastic for cyber defense course. If you guys have any questions, let them know.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
How to start Elasticsearch?
I think already I have given the okay. Sorry. Um, have you attended the last session for the Elastic installation?
No, sir.
Okay. Okay. Just you have to keep like wait. I think I have shared one document in a Telegram. You can refer that for your installation. It will be easier to understand for you also. Okay. I'm
Okay, sir.
going to share that. I'll be going to share that again with you.
Yes, sure, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. I have shared in Telegram. Okay. It's not. I'm not able to share right now, so I'll share in few minutes. Just post it there. Like just check there. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. If you want Telegram, okay. Herein, we have shared Telegram group link in your mail. Just check it there. If not possible, I'll share you again. Just about a second. Yeah, I shared. Okay, okay, guys. Just be like check for recording. You can check the YouTube channel. So you'll be getting there your recording, today's recording there. So basically the certificate will be getting after completion of this course only. Sure. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you so much. Hi, hello, hello.
Yes.
So I wanted to one question.
Sorry, come in.
I want to know about that. Yeah, I have one doubt, sir. The doubt means lot of things cyber India do. So that's why I'm
Okay.
asking.
Yeah, what's your question? Sorry. Yeah, now I'm going to stop the recording as well as the session. So thank you for joining the today's class.
Sir, before my question is the motto of the cyber Vidya, what the purpose of this course and may useful for us.
Sorry, I'm not getting your voice. Can you type in chat? Sandesh, yes, it's going to be. If you write any password in the log files, it's going to be, we'll be able to see in Elastic.
Sir, but is encrypted or normal text files?
If
Text password.
if it's encrypted, it's not going to display. Yeah, it's not going to display there. But hash or their values, it's going to be displayed there.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, if you guys have questions, so just post in chat. So I can resolve now only because right now I'm going to. Okay, why we. Yeah, Arvind. Basically, cyber defense. Basically, in cyber defense, meaning of these words, we are defending the our assets from any cyber threat, cyber attack. That's the thing of cyber defense there. Basically, we are using Elastic for um, preventing any attack or any breaches happening or going to be happen. With the help of Elastic, we'll be able to get to know the events, logs, everything about the any laptops or any servers. So it's a kind of like we are defending something. We are finding out uh, uh, activities or malicious activities. That's why we have added the cyber defense. That's called as a cyber defense. Do you have any questions? Okay, guys, then I can stop this session and recording. You'll be getting this recording in your YouTube. Just be posted there also. And please join the Telegram channel also. And please make your attendance in Google form. Okay. Thank you.